Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I wanted to talk for a minute about something because I did that video this morning on my disappointment with the British Heart Foundation. A few people didn't like my attitude. Well, let me make this attitude perfectly clear. Your physical fitness, your obesity, your health, the overwhelming majority of it is a personal choice. And I'm not saying there are not people with congenital heart defects, or there are not people who are born paralyzed from the neck down, or that things like that do not happen, because they do. But the overwhelming majority of people out there do not have medical conditions that cause this. And even things like cancer are more related to lifestyle than they are to your actual genetics. And even most medical doctors and researchers will tell you the same thing. Whether you get cancer or not is more dependent upon the lifestyle that you live than your actual genetics, even though genetics play a massive role. Heart disease, unless you were born with a congenital heart defect like I was, and my heart health is still perfect in spite of that defect, which kills every single man in my family. My cardiologist is always thrilled when they see my results, even when I was on extremely high doses of steroids when younger. My blood work always came back good, and my heart health was good by my cardiologist, even with the heart defect, because I always took care of myself. And every single person makes that conscious choice. And I had a few people say, well, how can you say the negative things that you say? What if your mother or your father or someone had a heart attack? Well, it's funny you should say that. Someone else asked that, because the truth is, my father's had 3 heart attacks. He had his first one at 32 years old. His father died of a heart attack at 55 from the same heart defect all the men in my family have. Only 2 of the men in my father's family made it past 33 without a heart attack. Myself and one of my cousins who played in the NFL. That's it. Every other male has had a heart attack. At least one, if they haven't died from them. And we all have the same heart defect. My father eats like shit. He lives on a diet of fried chicken, bacon, beer, and he smokes 2 packs a day. So yeah, he's had 3 heart attacks. My mother, who I loved dearly, heart disease runs in her family. She had never had any heart health issues that we had ever seen, but she didn't exercise. She never exercised. She went to a gym for a little while back in her 20s and then quit. She ate terrible. She ate tons and tons of sweets. She ate tons of saturated fat. She smoked a pack a day since she was 18 years old. The only time she ever quit smoking was during her pregnancy with myself and my sister. She dropped dead of a heart attack at 45. She was overweight and a chain smoker with a bad diet who didn't exercise. Yet her older sister is now well into her 60s and competes in the CrossFit Games because she's athletic and tracks what she eats. So even when genetics become a role, these are still personal choices. And the other thing people brought up, they say, well, Jason, you know, you were really, really obese twice. Yeah, once when I was in bed sick and I got out of bed and I did something about it. I lost 100 pounds after spending a year in bed and getting really fat. And when I was 19, I was 270 pounds. Well, guess what I did? I saw my family history. I saw my father had had his first heart attack when he was 32. I got tired of looking down and having to lift my belly up to see my own penis. And I got tired of feeling like shit. So I took up distance running. Do you think I liked running? No, I didn't know what else to do to get into shape. So I just started running every day until I got to where I could run 10 miles. Well, guess what? When I got to where I could run 10 miles and I started tracking my diet and trying to avoid eating pizza and drinking soda every day and eating fruits and vegetables, I lost 100 pounds by the time I could run 10 miles in one run. And went from 270 down to 170. Then I got into weightlifting. Those were personal choices made by me. It wasn't convenient. I didn't enjoy doing it, but I accepted responsibility for myself, and I decided, you know, I don't want to drop dead at 35 because of the heart disease that runs in my family. I don't like giving up my pizza and my 2-liter bottle of Mountain Dew or Dr. Pepper every night before bed. I would love to just sit on my ass and never exercise, but I realized I had to do something about it, and I had to make a conscious choice. And whether you people are getting heart attacks, whether you're obese, whether you're getting osteoporosis, type 2 diabetes, all of these things come down to a simple choice. And it's not even an issue of time. People say, well, I don't have time. No, you make the time. If you can't make the time, then you are putting other priorities above your health, in which case you are committing suicide. And that is the thing that people need to understand. There is no middle ground with this. We have an obesity epidemic. We have epidemics of diet and lifestyle induced diseases. And it comes down to a simple personal choice of either you're going to get fit or you are not. There is no middle ground. That middle ground are those half-hearted approaches that people take that are not commitments for life, are what keep people obese and sick. It is a personal choice, and you decide you're either going to be fit or you are not, plain and simple. And as for me, because of those things, what does my lifestyle look like? And I understand that not everybody has as much free time as I do, but you all have some time. And as a result of that, because of the diseases that run in my family, I eat a vegan diet. I'm not telling you all that you have to become vegan. That is my personal choice. I eat a vegan diet. I eat a zero cholesterol diet. I'm not even strict vegan. I occasionally have an animal product, but it certainly isn't an everyday thing. It's a very irregular thing. And my diet is very low in total fat, extremely low in saturated fat, zero cholesterol, extremely high in fiber, extremely high in fruits and vegetables. I eat a minimum of 1 kilo of raw veggies every single day. I lift weights for my competitive powerlifting 3 times a week for up to 2 hours on those days. And the research is overwhelming, showing what resistance training does to a lot of diseases that even cardio can't help with. So people who aren't resistance training do not care about their health, or they are ignorant. There is no in between. They're either ignorant or they don't care. And as far as the cardio, because I probably need additional cardiovascular support as a result of, again, a congenital heart defect that I have. And in addition to my zero cholesterol diet, I do cardio every single day these days. A minimum of 1 hour a day, if not 2 hours or more. Every single day. And those things come down to personal choices and a decision of, do you want to be fit? Do you want to be healthy? Do you want to be obese? Do you want to have type 2 diabetes and inject insulin every time you eat for the rest of your life? Do you want to drop dead of a heart attack? Do you want osteoporosis? Do you want colon cancer? These are very simple choices, because every one of those things are cause and effect. Those are results of your lifestyle and the choices that you make. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time. And as usual, I'm giving tough love, because there is no sympathy from me on this sort of bullshit. But let me give you guys a bicep shot before I go. Oh.